We now return to Let's Play Sanctuary RPG. I have opened all of the platforms, but this is not the end because we're going to have to travel all the way down them to the gates, so I imagine I will be skipping a little bit, but I figured if I didn't start recording something, I wouldn't have much left. So I am now level 114, I have a lot of stuff, 74% crit chance, and 67 evasion. I should be pretty good there. I did end up giving away, or rather passing by, an item that had like 400 dex, and I really considered taking it, except that I was going to lose basically all my health in the trade. Anyway, let's at least go through some of these. Still facing off against skeletons. This part of the game just really kills it. I cannot say anything good about this part of the game. I just spent maybe close to 3 hours just unlocking these platforms. I mean, that just is ridiculous. There's really no need for that, and it does nothing to the game other than pad it out. And there's been events all over the place. Mana Threshers still continue to be a pain, but thankfully now that I've got 8,000 health, I can afford to lose a little bit. But, yeah. I really don't see why they did this. Especially after making such a big deal about defeating the matron and all that. And then it just makes your victory meaningless. Because you have to go through and defeat all of her legions, and it really does feel like you're slogging through everything in her army because, I mean, like I said, it took hours just to get to this point, which is unacceptable. We're close to the end, so I may as well finish it. I can now survive hyper tramples as well. I've had that happen a few times where I've inadvertently allowed myself to be hit, but I have hung on with a few hundred HP. I'm not going to go back and try to do it on purpose. Oh, fuck. Just die. So I have no idea how long it's going to take. Would you stop it and get me to the end, please? It's got Bane Guard. You know what? Fuck it. I am tired of these guys. Mana Thresh I can deal with. The Bane Guard, constantly being bled, nonsense. I can afford to not do that anymore. I'm not really sure how it determines, where you are. Like, if there's a set number of enemies before it takes you to the next point, or if it's just sort of a random 50-50 chance of just continuing or finishing. Because when I went through the water path, that was very short compared to, say, the wind path. And this in itself is taking forever. So, I was really hoping I would have something to show here, because I don't recall these platforms being that long. But if I'm just going to keep grinding skeletons here, I think I might skip out until I've opened the platforms themselves. Yeah. Here we go. Legion Warrior. Okay. So I should be amazing for this fight. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be doing any damage whatsoever to this thing. It's got 7 million health, and I'm pretty sure that it did not have that the first time I played this. I'm not sure if that's because they upped the health, or if because it's sort of a scaling thing dependent upon your own level. I should probably heal. Especially when it throws those missiles at me. I'm really disappointed that I'm taking any damage at all given my evasion rate. And I should be doing crazy damage because of my 70% crit chance. I am getting my Feral Lash quite frequently, so I can't complain about that. Only doing 10,000 damage a time. I feel like if I had properly spec'd my character, I would be doing a bit more damage, because I don't seem to be doing enough for my level. I mean, my normal attacks are barely doing a few thousand. I really have to rely on my ultimates. And I'm sure there are combos for my other abilities that I'm just completely ignoring. They would help me out doing a lot more damage. You know what, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and do... well... 5,000 HP? No, that would almost kill me. And it only does 13,000 damage. Mana Expunge, I can afford that. Because my mana regeneration is so crazy, I get it all back on the next turn. Okay. Wow. Silver key. Okay, what can I boost? I don't really need that much mana, but I'll add a few points to it. Ah, fuck it, let's bring it all the way up. I'll bring it up to 200 points. Okay. I'll put the rest in... I don't know, strength? And a couple in wisdom. And let's put one in more health. Nah, let's just do attack damage. Okay, and you'll see now that it's just an empty abyss. We've cleared that platform. All of the other platforms in the Legion Warriors are the same. So I'm just gonna skip until I get to the last warrior. Okay, I decided I'll just come back. This was actually the first encounter in the next platform, so I didn't even have to fight anything to get here. There was one event, and that was for finding some onions, and I put them in a stew, and I got a wood splint out of it. Better heal. Okay. Doing a bit more damage that way around. But this is very much just like the last fight we had. So, I was considering just doing a recording of all of these warriors, but honestly, they're all the same. Shit, I'm wounded. So I don't don't know that that would be terribly interesting to watch. But there's not much else. After we beat these guys, that's it. And I got trampled. Again. I better heal. Right now I'm pretty much just mashing buttons, trying to get this guy down. Come on, you bastard. That's more like it. I really need to be doing the 100,000 hits because obviously that is the best. That helps. It's really getting on my nerves. Almost there. He's gonna leave me at half health. Bastard. Okay. Not so great. I mean, going up to almost 100% crit would be pretty great, pretty hilarious. Yeah, just putting a few points into it doesn't even move it. Probably not gonna happen. Okay, so this time I definitely will come back when there's only one left. Alright, here we go. I have wasted all too much money trying to get enough ingredients for a crafting kit so I could find a better shield. Did not find it. Here we go. Money doesn't matter now. I've done all I can. There we go. Had to think about that one for a minute. I also don't like the diminishing returns on my ultimates as the enemy goes down in health. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. It just makes it harder to kill when it should be at its weakest. That was a close one. A butt turnip amulet. Hmm. I don't want a butt turnip, thanks. With the Legion vanquished, you are now one step closer to tranquility. Act 4 complete. What? Is this new? Well, we're not gonna make any profit here. One diamond. I might be able to do that. Depends on how much money it costs now. Okay. See if I can't find myself a legendary before the end here. Okay. Let's see what Infernal Guardian is. You journey into the vast wastes, pursuing the remnants of the demonic legion. The wasteland dust is choking and blots out the sun. The blowing sand cuts your skin. The wind picks up more and more. You soon have trouble walking. The dust seems to coalesce into something more solid. You walk face first into a wall of stone. The stone wall rises, stands on both its legs, and speaks. I am the eternal guardian of the wastes. Your time's come to an end. End of the line. We all have to stop sometime. You draw your weapon, preparing to fight to the last. Holy crap. 37 million? I don't remember this guy at all. In which case, I'm kinda pissed I had to waste so much time going through those passageways if there was yet even more to the game. Now, I'm assuming that if they didn't add a whole nother area, this guy is the last. Of course, I had assumed that as soon as the Legion was defeated, the game would be done, so my assumptions mean nothing. Look at that, though, 2 million. It's gotta be a percentage of his health. That's what that ultimate has to do, which would explain why I do less damage the further on we go. But it should be a percentage of their maximum health or something. Or my health. Or some other statistic that makes it not so stupid. Shit. Oh, good. Well, never mind then. I can afford to be trampled by a wall. I'm gonna heal. This is a little much. Just a little much. He's still got over 1,000,000 health points. Why do I keep doing that? Right now, I'm pretty much just on muscle memory for how I fight. Just keep mashing those buttons. For fuck's sake, just die already. Oh, that's a lot of fun there. I'd be in some real trouble if the computer used combos. The infernal guardian of the wastes crumbles into dust and blows away on the wind from whence it came. You suddenly feel a lurching sensation in the pit of your stomach, and a jerking sensation like a puppet master pulling on his strings. This is followed by a loud pop and a flash of bright white light. You awaken face down in a lush, grassy field. Groaning, you roll over and sit up, massaging your aching head. This place looks eerily familiar for some reason. I have no words. You have defeated the Infernal Guardian. A very important decision is now yours to make. Choose your fate. Restart in normal or Inferno. Let's try Inferno. Not that I'm going to be playing, but years have passed and Gladius is now an old man, renowned for his storytelling. He sits among a campfire spinning his most popular yarn, the story of the adventurer who slew the matron and defeated evil. What's that? What happened to Adventurer after? Gladius smiles at the collection of children and couples that have come to hear him speak. Some say he punched way through earth and appeared on the other side of world. Others say he discovered muscular winged Pegasus and flew into a rainbow-arched sunset. Gladius chuckles. What do I believe? Well, I believe a true man never dies. He lives right here. Gladius motions to his chest, right in center of our manly pecs. And that's the best thing I got. And the final boss of the game, are you kidding me? You know, I really don't need to be doing this because I'm not going to be playing anymore. Stop it. And there we go. We flip through back to the very beginning of the game. We don't have access to the tavern or crafting. It's basically just grinding until the end. You know what? I've done enough grinding. So that's Sanctuary RPG. It's, well, it's kind of interesting. I mean, if you like just mindless grinding, I suppose it's fun for a while. Again, my biggest complaint is the end of the game, because it really kills the momentum when you have to go grinding through that gauntlet of skeletons and other things just to get to the last little bit there. It seems like overkill, and it really takes away from the whole build-up to the matron. I mean, the story and all that stuff that they added in, it adds a lot of context and texture to the game, I think. And it's all there to sort of build up that confrontation with the matron. And then after you kill her, it just sort of piddles out as you finish off the other creatures and enemies. I mean, it's just really nothing. You know, it's anticlimactic. So, I'm not sure I agree with that decision. But I like where this is going. I like where they've taken the game from where it was in beta. They added a few things. I still think they need to tweak a few more things. Mana Thresh is way too deadly. I haven't played through the other classes, obviously, and I probably don't plan to. Twice was enough for me, actually. Maybe I'll give it a look later on when they update it some more. Maybe some things will be different. I'm sure the game would be much more challenging with a magic-based class or something like that, but I have no desire to go through that challenge. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next Let's Play.